Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about management in the garments factory. This is a management in general, but with a special reference to the garments factory. I am going to discuss on what is management, who is a manager, science of good management, science of poor management, types of management, cycle of management, hierarchy of management, management in the garments factory, some do's and don'ts, and finally conclusion. What is management? There are many definitions, such as manage men. It means managing the people. The second definition is management is the art of getting job done by others. This is somehow the best definition, I think. Now the next definition is transformation of resources into utility. Another definition is management is to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. This is the cyclical management system that will be discussed later on. Next one is the management is a factor of production along with man, machine, material and money. The last one is management is what managers do. This is also a very simple definition. Who is a manager? Here also we have got a number of definitions, and you can see here that the manager is a person who gets job done by others. He doesn't do himself, but he gets job done by others. Or manager is a person who gets the managerial aspects executed. The third definition is manager is the in charge of any group, big or small, for a given task. And the last but not the least is the manager is a person who ensures satisfactory completion of a work or project. Here we can see the elements of management. We need man, money, machine and material to perform any job. These are the ingredients with which we manage something. Without this, the management cannot be complete. In this slide, you can see the example of management. We have a misconception that to become an entrepreneur, one must have a lot of skills. For example, the entrepreneur should have production knowledge, research and development knowledge, marketing, accounts, HRM, store, quality, merchandising, IT and administration. It's not possible for a person to have all these knowledges. So what should you do is that the entrepreneur should hire people with the requisite qualification, and the experts will manage people below them. And what the entrepreneur should do is to manage these experts only. So this is an example of managing an enterprise. Now on the science of good management. If you visit an organization and find that the organization functions smoothly, there is no back and forth, it means the organization has a good management. There is a strong leadership and a clear vision. There is sharing of team success and failures. There is good problem solvers and timely action by the management. The management does not say one thing and do another thing, or they are not dishonest. The organs function uninterrupted, avoids micromanagement. As you have seen in the earlier slide, that the enterprise has got a lot of skilled people all around, and if they can function uninterrupted, that means this is a good management. There will be sense of tidiness and follow-up everywhere. Without follow-up, there cannot be a successful completion of work. There is no compromise with quality and quantity, and the people are happy. There is a happy workforce. Now on the science of poor management. If you visit a factory and find that the employees are miserable, they are not happy, it means the management is poor. There is a big ego. A It means that management is acting as a dictator. They say, get going, not let's get going. The productivity is low, there is resistance to change, and one-way communication. Only the top management gives order to the people down below, and they have nothing to communicate to the top. There is no successor. If the manager is absent, nobody knows what to do, and there is no SOP. Nobody knows what to do and how to do. The types of management, it depends on the nature of work. If it is a finance, then it is a financial management. If it is human resource, the management relates to human resource, it is called human resource management. If it is information technology, then information technology management, supply chain management, marketing management, operations management, production management, and strategic management. The cycle of management. This is the gist of management. If one can remember this diagram and whatever is written here, he can perform as a good manager. We have got 6 steps here, starting from the top one, the planning. Planning, then comes organizing, staffing, directing, control, and feedback. Now, in planning, we have to remember what, how, who, and when. What we have to do, how we have to do, who will do, and when it will be done. These questions should be answered in the planning section. It will be followed by organizing. It means dividing the work into smaller ones and finding people of the requisite qualification to perform that task. Third one is staffing. It means hiring of people to fill up the vacancies. The HR department, they will plan, and they will recruit and give training. If required, they will give requisite training. Then comes the directing. It means give instructions to the people, guide them, communicate them, and get them to work. Fifth one is control. So we have to set a standard and see that people are working according to the standard. If they deviate from the standard, then you have to correct their actions. Sixth one is the report and advice. Always there must be feedback that what has been told and how much has been done. And if there is any difficulty faced, there must be an advice given to the planning department. So this cycle continues, and there is a continuous improvement in this system. As it goes and goes and goes, there is a continuous improvement in the management system. In the previous slide, you have seen there are 6 items in the management cycle, but in this slide you can see 4 items. This is a particular requirement of the H&M management cycle. They produce the same item again and again. That is why they do not need to organize and to staff. They have the people already held in the company. So what is left is planning, then doing or directing, check, and act. It means planning is same as the previous one. What, when, who, and how. Then do is the directing part, and check is the control part. It means whether the work is being done according to the requirement or not. And final one is act. It means feedback and suggestions or advice. The levels of management. This is a triangle. The top level is chairman, directors, CEO, etc. They are the decision makers, policy makers. The mid management is GM, DGM, AGM, factory manager, regional manager, etc. And they are also the policy makers at the factory levels. Then managers, deputy managers, shift managers, executives, and supervisors, they are the first line management. They are the people who are actually doing the job. This shows the hierarchy of management. The same thing that I have shown earlier, that chairman or MD, directors, they are the top management. The GM, senior GM, DGM, AGM, they are the mid management, and managers, deputy managers, the supervisors, these are the bottom management or first line management. Here I want to show something that management in the garments factory, how it is done. Now there are a lot of field of activity like marketing and merchandising. This requires research and development, sourcing, supply chain, production, cutting, sewing, washing and finishing, quality control, HRM and compliance, administration, accounts, finance, procurement and storage, service and maintenance, and shipping. So this resembles the mechanical wristwatches. Here we have got a lot of wheels and a lot of devices, a lot of components. Each component, each wheel has a different rotation. Some rotates faster, some rotates slower, some does to and fro. But the main aim of this wristwatch is to keep correct time. Similarly, the management system, there are so many people working, but everybody's aim is to give maximum production and maximum profitability. If we can achieve this goal, then we can say the management is very good. Some do's and don'ts. From the do's, plan your work, discuss and decide. Select the right person for each work, give clear instructions, provide necessary resources, comments work, monitor progress and report, and feedback and rework. This is the cycle, similar to the cycle of management. And in the don't side, avoid being a dictator, don't jump into action, don't involve in nepotism, don't compromise with quality and quantity, don't do micromanaging, don't forget to communicate, don't forget the welfare. The last one is very important. Welfare is essential. Conclusion. Everybody in the organization is a manager, big or small. Managers must learn the management skills, must put the management skills into action. Successful managers means successful organizations. Thank you.